What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we are going to be diving into the market watch. We got a lot of cards to cover, a lot of ground to cover, so let's dive into this video and talk about it. So first off, let's talk about it. We have none other than Innocent Blizzard from New Awakenings. This card has been one of Blue's most recent addition to Blue Hybrid. The reason for this: trash the bottom all Digi-Evolution cards of all your opponent's Digimon, then up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digi-Evolution sources can attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. This checked in security, it doesn't mean you get 2 full rotations. This does not mean your turn. It is the official next opponent's end phase. So if it's checked in your security while they're swinging, your turn, the card's offline. Just remember that. So don't get like sideswiped with this card, because again, this is the same thing with Crimson Blaze. It's not 2 of your opponent's turns. It's only 1. And that's just how that works. It would be broken if that was the case. And it would not be a 3 cost. We're looking at, $2 euros over here for the pre-release. And then we're looking at about $10 basically. Yep, we're looking at the $10 mark. Howling Memory Boost. This card, boy oh boy, this card was tanking fast, especially after what happened in BT 8. Everyone started selling it off because Blue Hybrid wasn't doing as good. Well, it's doing fantastic now. It's taking regionals left and right, so cards are going to start slowly climbing up the ladder. We're looking at about 7 euros, about $10 as well. Not bad. Arbomon slowly getting bought out over here. We're almost down to $15 a pop, and that's crazy to me. A vanilla. This is a vanilla with a pre-release stamp. I get that. There's nothing too crazy about it, but why isn't Beetlemon and stuff like that in the $15 range? Those have effects. This does not. You're looking at 5 euros. Not terrible at all. Black War Growlmon recently just had its final curtain call. It just had a massive buyout. Do not understand why. I know that you have Beelzemon and stuff like that are great with it, but he doesn't see competitive play even going into the next set. I mean, it sees a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. Black War Growlmon is just not putting in that work. I don't know. Outside that, you're looking pretty solid and pretty beefy here. 7 euros, about $10. Not terrible compared to $34. Kakaida's Breath, we haven't covered these in a while. Kakaida's Breath has been just hovering around expensive C. Looking at like $63, and this card is not going to come down anytime soon. I remember when this card was $7. This is crazy to see it this expensive. You're looking at 13 euros. Boy, oh boy, you breaking bank here. Kakaida's Breath from the Championship Final Tamers. You're looking at like $37. Not terrible. But its counterpart is about the same, actually, in the $30 range. Not terrible. Agumon from Event Pack 2 is $30. You're looking at 32. That's not bad. He's coming down from that magic $50 range, at least, and he's holding around that $30 range quite nicely, and we'll keep him there. About 8 euros. This is ridiculous. Why are they so cheap over in the Euro land? Guillemon Promotion. So the reason why I want to talk about this card yet again is because this card, you do have none other than our counterpart in the DC1, DC2, basically. We're having it basically, the Guillemons are the promotional, so you get 4 of these in that $80 box, and that means these will follow suit. This will come down probably like $5, sit around 15, while the other one will be like 20, 25. So that's kind of how it's going to mirror out, because those arts are a little bit better, but you easily get them, but people are going to try to make that money back. So you're looking about 9 euros on their side. Not terrible. Vidramon DC1. So this is like always, if you guys realize, with we're going to have a War Growlmon, same thing. And then we're going to have a Gallantmon, same thing, with the DC1 Prix, Grand Prix alternate art with the stamp. You know, this is going to be the same thing. You could expect like 50, maybe 60 bucks for the Growlmon, and that's just how it's going to go. About same thing, about 60 bucks. Aerovedramon, this is like 120, so this one is right before you start getting the Gallantmons. This, or, you know, All Force. So this is at least what you're going to expect for this, and that gets you the Metal Growlmon? War Growlmon, I think, not just Growlmon. So this will be probably the price range of that one. Just because it is a really nice art, but you do not expect them to hold crazy high prices. 110 euros, not bad. Kaiser Leomon, I noticed this card has just been slowly falling down off the market. This card is not being bought out like crazy, but it's just, I feel like it's undervalued. There are going to be times when Purple Hybrid could come back, and you might want to pick up your playset here. Just keep a small playset, because once they get more support in the form of its counterpart, you know, Duskmon and then the Beast form, that will now have a complete 2 set. And now that would be probably something we'll expect to see once they do another thing of hybrids. And long game, yes, they don't seem like they're going to do crazy things with hybrids, but we'll have to see. Looking like €1 over there. Reihi, same thing, undervalued in my opinion. Like, if you can pick these up at $5, that's not bad. Spend 20 bucks, get yourself a playset. Once they announce support for any hybrid, you know these cards are going to get bought out pretty like snap. You're going to expect them to go bye-bye, and you're not going to see them back on the market any cheaper than these prices. About $4, basically. You got like €2. Beowulfmon is still coming down, and I can live with that. Come on down, buddy. Just fall down. You were way too expensive back at like $22. I'm loving the 11. That just makes me happy. Beowulf, about €6. These card, just heads up, this will tank probably once we get to BT9. Kyoshiru, this card is fluctuating around, weirdly around the $10 range. Yes, we have Jelly Force coming, and that's like the big draw point here, is that you have Jelly Force. And that's going to be a really good, fun deck, and I can't wait to showcase it. We're looking at €2. Coda is looking at the next adventures, about $5. This card is coming down pretty quickly. And it's funny, is all the X antibody stuff is coming down. And that is going to be quite interesting to see what the end result is of how affordable a max rarity version of this deck is going to be. Coda is about €3. Neo Devi from Online Participation Regionals. This card is going to be like very important in once we reach BT10. So if you are playing purple, especially Mastamon, being able to shut off tamers is huge, and making it so that if they play a tamer, instantly you're gaining 3 memory. So they're playing a 3 cost, now it's costing them 6. That is nasty. Or they play a 4 cost, that's costing them now 7. And that's huge, and that gives you so much memory, and the more Neo Devis you can get out, the scarier you get. So about €4. Palmon is looking like a solid $14 card. This card is going to get slowly bought out and moving. We're looking at only $16 here. This card, once this gets bought out, we're 16, and then it's just going to jump right to that $30 range. If you've been sitting on things, might be a good time to start moving them. Make your money's worth. €3 on their side. Grand Kawagamon, this card is just going to keep climbing. I'm going to tell you this right now. Yes, it's green's like OTK's best variant because we have Grandis coming. But, you know, big thing to take away from this is that this is not going to stop climbing until the deck is just phased out of the format. So just keep that in mind. You got €4 over here. Absolute Blast is about $12. It's coming down, And I told you to wait off. Don't go crazy buying these. These will come down. Wait for these to come like $8, then pick up your playset. They'll come down to about that. Okay. That wasn't what I was looking for. Summon Sasanti, about 15. This card is coming down, which is good for us. We want these things to come down because they are a buy a box, 2 boxes promo thing, but outside of that, it's nothing too crazy. Nope. Kabuterimon from the finalist online regionals. It's hitting that $15 range. It's slowly coming down, but it did just see a massive buyout recently. So, I mean, it only had a few copies going forwards, but it's just good to see that this card is slowly becoming worth some money. So if you got these just laying around in a binder or anything like that, it might be a good time to try to start moving them because of grandness. About 30 euros. Not bad. We're going to go into Commandramon. Remember when this card got bought out like crazy? It was already like $22, and now it's up to $11. It's refilling in the market. Let it just keep refilling. The thing about this is that people think making $11 is justified. You can always, if you don't rush for it, make it worth your time. I mean, don't waste your money on something that is basically Event Pack 1's vanilla that gets probably replaced by any new effect Commandramon. About €7. Not bad. Calling from Darkness has this weird fluctuation rate that it just wants to be bought out. If you have one, move it. I think this is just too much value for you not to have. Especially if they ever just reprint the option of Calling from Darkness in a full art. You want to have your money's worth. Same thing, about €6. Wergurumon Online Championship. It's about 11.95, so $12 we're looking at, and it's almost gone. This card is going to be gone soon. They've just been slowly being bought out just because of X-Garurumon hype. You know, just know that you're going to have none of these in stock soon. We got like €15 here. About 36 for finalist, and that's crazy. And then finalists, about €35. Next, we have Ipmon from Event Pack 2. This is finally coming down. Let it come down. People are been overhyping it for Buyouts, but Buyouts hasn't been taking Domination Storms. It's good at a local level, but that's about all you're going to see. Ipmon, the same thing, about €14. Labramon, these cards are not tournament legal, just give a heads up. So let them just come down until you have enough of these coming in. You don't want to waste your money and just have cards just sitting here. So I think this is just not a smart move to invest into these cards. Don't waste your money just yet. Yes, I know collective purposes, you want to have these, but these will be more accessible sooner than later, especially with the Agumon and the Falcomon. They both will be accessible later. Just don't waste your money on it. That's what's my opinion. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this market watch, and remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.